Haben Sie zusätzlich begehrt und Backwagen? So, alles klar. Und es gibt so 32 nach der 32 habe ich gedacht. Das heißt, habe ich Stunden
Kronenstraße.
meine Arbeit, aber was für meine Arbeit am 3:38 rausgehen, weil ich habe das heißt, die ganze Tag arbeite ich nur eine Stunde und 2 Stunden. Doch, ich will die gar nicht. Ich will ja nicht. Aber es hängt auch von meinem Betrieb. Sie sagen, ja, es ist ja. Sie sagen, nein, es ist nein. Deswegen haben wir das. Ich bräuchte das nicht. Weil er hat mir gesagt, auch erzählt, ich habe es schon.
Schlachenbachplatz.
Aber wie sagt man?
Silke, Hauptbahnhof, Main Station.
gone wrong, I think, with it. I'm wondering whether world politics is affecting everybody's stress level to the point
Oh my
where,
god, yeah, maybe that's the reason.
I feel like there's something that's changed recently over the last months, and everybody's gone into like hyper stress mode. I was thinking about it. If everybody just had that little bit of extra stress, then cumulatively,
Maybe there's something. I was of course assuming it's because I have a new job since the beginning of the year, so I was assuming that it's that.
Convolute that.
Yeah,
maybe.
yeah, because it's crazy. I even,
It is, isn't it?
my lunch breaks have disappeared. Everything. It's just like so.
I haven't got a new job, and I think it's gone crazy. So I wonder whether the world's gone crazy and not us. Yeah. Is it going alright?
Hey, it's going alright, but it's just like, I mean, with my new job, actually, I could start end of February, really to get things done. And now we have a huge crisis just because there's breakdowns in the factory or whatever.
Oh no.
That affects directly my team. So they're on a stress level where they're usually not either. So it's like,
Oh no, it's like a worst case.
my ex-manager just told me,
Yeah, we're not here.
my ex-manager just laughed and said, you wanted that job.
By yourself.
But it's interesting and it's still going well, but it's just too much at the moment because there's so many other things. We have a new CEO since the 1st of March, there's like, and they also noticed there's some kind of tension again, because the old CEO had been CEO for 21 years.
Oh yeah, that's a big change.
So I think almost in Zurich, on Friday, almost everyone is not in office. And they were just like, can you just make sure that you and your teams are around? That it exactly, that it's not conflict. Oh yes.
Wellenstraße.
You need to create the pony show.
Exactly, and I was like, if I'm just sitting in my office, this is not going to help anything because you will not walk past my office. So I just sent a message to my manager, like, to my manager saying like, I think I will need a lot of coffees that I step up and go to the coffee machine, otherwise you won't see me.
You'll have to just hang around in the coffee machine all day. That's a big change. That's a big change.
Yeah, you just notice, I think the lower you are in the organization, you probably notice less of it.
Yeah.
But we notice how our top management is now.
Yeah.
We notice how they are now tense.
I think people notice, but maybe they don't attribute it to that, and then the uncertainty goes up. So I mean, we have a whole lot of there's a pattern in the cliff, so there's belt tightening, something goes off pattern, something big goes off pattern. Fine, right? These are all predictable things. So I'm a bit surprised that we have to make such a big fuss about it. But and it's like me rather than a contractor, and that we shouldn't order this chemical and that chemical, and we were like, that's not a good idea, because of course then I get it back from IT over there, like, oh, what's behind this? Is this mean I'm going to lose the job?
Yeah.
No.
You need to be really careful, and I was having a discussion with one of our top managers about exactly, because he gets sometimes the opposite, that people tell him, he's talking about the figures and everything is very positive, and he's like the kind of guy who usually gives a lot of positive energy, and the next thing they know is we are reducing, whatever, headcount, whatever, and then they're like, why isn't it, and then I talked to him about it, and he's like, if I'm too negative, everyone is all times happy.
And then we're told not to water the plant, not to have a contract to water the plants. It's like this complete,
Yeah, but that's always in the big companies, it's also the same. They just keep that in their apps, they're not saying it, to be honest.
And then last night, my EGM membership, I put it into the expenses, and I get this message from my boss going, what's this? And I'm like, oh, shit.
I didn't put it in the expenses this year. I thought this year would have been very different. He's a new manager, and we are tightening, also a bit, so I was like, what? It's fine. I'm going to pay it myself. However, I'm going to put the days not as days off.
Yes.
That I'm not going to do.
And you can claim it on your tax, right? It's a training, so.
Oh, true.
Yeah, don't forget to do that. Anything you pay for yourself is No, I would have probably paid for it still by myself, but I was like, I tried the under the radar treatment, which because it comes off a training budget rather than a travel budget, I thought it might slip underneath, but it didn't.
I would have.
I've got it approved. It was fine in the end, but it made me feel really awkward.
I would have done it if I still have had the other manager.
Yeah. I just figure that nobody's going to thank me for not going to, for saving it. Like nobody would even notice it, and then like in the grand scheme of things.
To make me know that it's a good.
No,
it's the one of the next
officially.
ones. Make it a
Admit, to be honest, the authenticating and getting onto the thing
Yeah, that
is
before
not as smooth as I would have liked.
that we already have before, but it's because we go stepwise. We moved but now we moved to Outlook yesterday, and it kills me when you can't find anything anymore. And I don't know.
Hey, maybe it's one of those email amnesty moments where you just go, I'm sorry, I'm literally declaring email amnesty if it's important.
The funny thing is, everything which I did what I did on Friday was lost. All my emails, all my invitations I sent out. I don't know how you are, but I'm on Friday. I organize my weeks. So
I do that, yes.
So I sent a lot of emails on Friday.
Bernoulli Häuser. Hartturm. Düffenwies. Bentley-Weg. Hölzli.
Erlauben Sie mal, Sie sind doch sicher ein Einheimischer, gell?
Einheimische, wie meint ihr das?
Ich meine, Sie sind doch sicher hier geboren, nicht?
Ja, hier am Zeitglocken. Nein, daheim, Kesslergasse Nummer 32, im 3. Stock.
Nein, ich meine, Sie sind doch Berner.
Ja. Ja, hat er etwas dagegen?
Dagegen? Nein, im Gegenteil. Aber Sie können, ja doch, das können Sie. Sie können mir sicher sagen, wann fährt der nächste Omnibus nach Worb?
Der nächste Omnibus nach Worb?
Nach Worb, ja.
Auch wenn das der fährt?
Ja, wenn das der fährt.
Nie.
Aha. Sagen Sie mir, wenn Sie nach Worb gehen müssten, wie würde Sie gehen?
Ja, ich muss nicht nach Worb, ich weiß nicht, was ich da oben zu tun habe.
Gesetzt der Fall, Sie müssten nach Worb, wie würde Sie dann gehen?
Ja, da würde ich nicht gehen, da würde ich fahren.
Ja, eben. Fahren?
Ja.
Aber Sie haben mir doch vorhin erzählt, nach Worb, da fährt kein Omnibus.
Ja, Omnibus fährt das Käse, aber das blaue Bär.
Das sagen Sie mir erst jetzt, dass das blaue Bahnli fährt.
Ja, der hat ja gar nicht danach gefragt.
Wann fährt das nächste blaue Bahnli?
Nach blaue Bär?
Ja.
Nächste blaue Bähnli? Es fährt nie mehr. Aber du kannst es noch sehen. Bei der Eisenbahnwerkstatt Nostalgie, kurz EW Nostalgie.
Herr, du kennst mein Leben, siehst meine Kämpfe, wie meine Hoffnung in Scherben zerbricht. Vor allen anderen muss ich immer stark sein, allein bei dir, Herr, brauch ich es nicht. Bei dir darf ich sein, so wie ich bin. Du nimmst mich an, nennst mich dein Kind. Bei dir, Herr, allein komm ich zur Ruhe, mein sicherer Ort. Vater bist du. Bei dir darf ich sein, so wie ich bin. Du nimmst mich an, nennst mich dein Kind. Bei dir, Herr, allein komm ich zur Ruhe, mein sicherer Ort. Vater bist du.